Hi, this is Micornus, Phokane, the leader and the founder of Church Governance Solutions. Today, when I'm back on how to take care of committed members in the church, and particularly as a pastor and the leader and the leadership of the church, how do you take care of members that are committed in the church? Because there is a very important priority that we need to look at in churches, that those members that are committed, they need to be taken care of in a special way. They need to be considered to be taken care of in a special way. And you ask, how so in a special way? Remember that the people that are committed, they're committing their time, they're committing their resources, they commit their energy, they're highly invested in the ministry. So therefore, if people are highly invested in the ministry and they want to be part of your ministry, these are the people that will therefore make sure that the ministry is successful. And how you take care of these people, it is going to determine whether you go far or not. It's going to determine whether the ministry becomes successful or not. And that is why I want to emphasize the fact that you therefore need to take care of these people in a very specialized manner. You need to consider that you prioritize the fact that they need to be taken care of. We're talking about the people that are committed in the church. And why? We take care of these people, as I said, because they are highly invested. These are the people that want to see that the ministry runs to perfection and make sure that the ministry is successful as well. People that are sold out. And some of them are actually invested themselves and their families in this particular ministry. They want to see the ministry successful. So therefore, your care for them is very important, because it's going to determine whether they stay or they leave. It's going to determine also whether they are exhausted and they are bent out with the work of the church or not as well. And that will depend on how you take care of them. And I want to also just mention that you need to make sure that you know them by names. And sometimes it's very important to call people by names. When people know that the pastor knows me by name, they feel important and they feel committed even much more. And they feel, I want to be in this church. So if you are leadership of the church, be interested of knowing your own committed members by names, because it is very important. It keeps them much closer when they know that you are interested in them. It keeps them closer when they know that you know their names. And once you call somebody by name, those people get even more committed, because they know that you've got great interest in them. So knowing them by names, therefore, very, very important. Always have their contact details as well, because there are times where you're going to need to communicate with them. You're going to give them a call to say, please lead the prayer meeting, because everybody else who was supposed to be leading, maybe they're not available. So people will feel important. People will feel more committed. And the more important people feel, people get even more committed. There are times where, as a leader, you need just to check your members, send them a WhatsApp, send them an SMS, and also maybe just give them a call and check on them. And that becomes very important, because when you've got their numbers, their contact details, and just give them a call, they feel very, very valued. They feel very important, and therefore they commit even much more. And I want to tell you now that if you want to invest in your people, so please give them a call, random calls, just to check on them, just to make sure that they are well, just to find out if they are well with their families. And as you do so, then people become more interested in investing their energy and time into the ministry, and therefore the ministry will be successful. And that's very important. Maybe you can even just allocate some of the junior pastors, or maybe the assistant pastors, to give these people a call. Maybe your leadership board as well, they could actually give calls to these people, and just to encourage them sometimes, because remember that these people may even go through rough times, and now because they are not used to complaining, particularly committed members are not used to complaining. They are not used to sometimes even to mention when they're going through problems. And I want to emphasize that now, if you are dealing with a committed member, you might actually need to phone them just to check how they are, because that's the only time maybe that they will find it worth for them to mention that they're not okay. And then you can be able to attend to them immediately. I want to also mention that you need to identify their personal callings or giftings, their personal talents that they have, and therefore so that you can be able to mentor them into them. So you can be able to shape them and direct them and give them advices where they need advices. And where they've got callings as well, so help them to shape them, provide them with platform as well, so that they can even be more committed. Because when somebody's called in a ministry, when somebody's having a calling in their lives, there's nothing that will make them more happier than to find somebody, particularly their own pastor or their own assistant pastors in the church, assisting them to grow their callings, assisting them to shape their callings. So therefore, if you are able to identify their callings, you are able to assist them in that regard. And when they know that you assisted them in the regard of their callings, they become even more committed. And that is the reason why we emphasize the fact that identify their callings, be able to know what they are called in, so that you can be able to step in and assist them where you need to assist them. Very key and very important. Prioritize to mentor and develop them towards their callings. Make sure that you're close to them. Make sure that you hold their hand and walk the path with them. And remember that most of the callings that your members may have, or these committed members are having, are things that you know how to mentor them. And sometimes it may not be that it is you who mentor them, but it might be that you can actually refer them to someone else within the church or even outside the church. Maybe your own other friend pastors that would be able maybe to mentor some of your members. So please give them opportunity to do so. You might be needing maybe to invite even somebody from corporate, somebody from with knowledge of business and so on. Maybe those people, they need some mentoring in business. And if you are aware of that, so please get them some business mentors to mentor them. And also it will guide you as well to actually put up seminars within this regard of the callings of the people and assisted them through the seminars as well in the church. And these are opportunities, therefore, that you would also maybe during your conferences invite one of the speakers who will speak to most of the callings in the church and assist the people, shape them up. It may not be on the exact conference evening. Maybe you can actually put up a Saturday aside whereby somebody would come and speak business to the people. Somebody may come and speak leadership to the people if the majority of the callings there are regards to leadership, and shape them, give them opportunity to learn more and become better in their callings. Very, very important. Give them responsibilities to make them feel important in the church. Allocate them tasks, let them participate, because the more people participate, the more they practice their skill, the more they practice their trade, and they are able to know exactly how to do things. And the more they learn and grow in the knowledge of responsibility, the more they mature also in their callings. So therefore, this is very important, because it encourages a member when they know that they are committed in the sense of responsibility. And that makes them to continue becoming more committed and coming more in time and being more responsible as well and accountable in reporting when they are not available. And that all comes based on the level of responsibilities and tasks that you've allocated to them. And people know that therefore they are important because there are some tasks that they are doing and the responsibilities that you expect them to do. And as you do so, they mature within that particular gifting that they have when they are participating and practicing responsibility. Very important. So make sure that you appreciate all efforts that they make, and that's very important. And appreciation is not only by giving something. Appreciation is more of acknowledgement, mentioning it that you appreciate with your voice, with your words of appreciation. And there are people that don't need a gift. There are people that don't need you to be giving them awards or whatever. But as long as you show them a sign that you recognize what they're doing, you may say that, as I said, just verbally. You may actually speak to them just verbally. That becomes very important to them. And when they look at how much you appreciate what they are doing, they become even more committed and they will do even much more. Appreciate their efforts. And some of you pastors, I know that you do appreciation at the end of the year, and there's Thanksgiving where you're thanking your members. That's a good thing to do as well. So please continue doing that, because that shows appreciation for your people. And as you appreciate them, people that are appreciated tend to do much more. And that's for sure. And I must emphasize also that if you appreciate your people, you'll see they will come out of their cocoon. They will actually be more responsible because they know that you appreciate what they are doing and you are aware of what they are doing as well. Very key and very important. Avoid overburdening them with work or even with or even financially, because the very same people that are committed much more in the church, they're very few. And I'm sure pastors would agree with me that every single church has got fewer members that are committed, and those few members are the very same people that juggle around duties, doing that, and they are the very same people that are giving more financially. These are the very same people that give all their families time to this ministry to make the ministry successful. And all that is very important for you to therefore identify those people that are committed, so that you don't overburden them, that you give them a breathing space, you give them some break, and they are able to refresh and come back fresher and be able to do much more. Because if you exhaust them and overburden them with tasks and work, these are the people that you're going to stress them and you're going to burn them out. And as you burn out the very same key members that are committed, therefore you are killing your ministry. You will never see success out of it. So I'm emphasizing this because it's very key on how therefore you take care of your members. Very important that we also let your heart not be easily won by wealthy new arrivals over your loyal people. And this is very important because sometimes pastors will be won by people that just arrives just because they have financial muscles and because they are business people that are having money. And I want you to hear me right here. It is not wrong to have people that are business people to be leaders in the church. It is not wrong to appoint people that have got money into leadership. It's not wrong at all. It is not wrong either to appoint people that are more educated. In fact, it's advantageous to do so, as long as these people are showing loyalty as well. They're showing commitment. These are the people that want to be part of this ministry and they want to participate. Now, if you are having loyal members, they may not have money, but then you prioritize by embracing people that are just arriving more than or even neglecting the loyal members that has been in the church for a very long time. What you are doing, therefore, you are discouraging the loyal members that have been with you all along, because then you are attracted by somebody who's got money or somebody who's more educated. Now, it's very important that, therefore, we appoint people with knowledge, we appoint people with wisdom, we appoint people as well with financial resources. Very, very important. But it is not to appoint them actually sacrificing those that don't have money. So that's not the way to go. So I'm emphasizing this, and I hope it is clear as well and it's not confusing. So please, if you don't understand or you're not maybe happy with how we explained it, please write on the comments and make sure that you also make us aware. You can inbox us as well. We'll be able to clarify this one much more. I want to end up here. Your host, Micornus, Phokane. Thank you very much for listening to us and be part of this great topic. We hope that you'll join us tomorrow as we deal with another topic. But before I check out, please consider looking at our Facebook pages, Church Governance Solutions, Micornus, Phokane as well. And also visit our YouTube channel. And make sure that you click that notification button. Make sure that you subscribe to the YouTube channel as well, Micornus, Phokane. And you will be blessed as all those videos that we post, they'll be useful to you and your ministry. May the good Lord bless you once more. And let me check out here and say cheers for now.